Sorry for the hold up. Had to get an ice bowl, and also I'm tired. Okay. Okay. Big thing is, I gotta steal some other people's decks. Also, pick up 2 condensed resin. Gotta run the free discounted domains. And I've actually been running the domain for Husk and Ocean Hued Clam. Because, unfortunately, right now is not the time. Not letting anyone in until I 100%ed Atocpan. Well, whatever. Okay. Take you down. And this is a pretty fun one because it requires Electro, really, so it's actually pretty nicely done using the Varasa team I've been using for most things as of late. And it's really annoying to do on mobile, though. Okay. It's because of the camera angle and all, but it is what it is. Right, and we just use our 3 free bonuses. Yeah. It's no good. We're never gonna get a defense scaling cryo character. I say that now. Watch that be Skirk. Okay. Thank you. Again, it's gonna be interesting how... Oh... Next patch for TCG, we're getting platinum skins. It's going to be crazy in terms of sinks for challenge coins. It is what it is, but we'll see how it goes. And you know, I can run this one more time, but the big thing that's happening is I very deliberately saved things up, and yeah, again, that's not an especially good goblet. I guess that could maybe be decent. Again, this will be nice for Ito one day far in the future. Still don't have him. Yeah, one of the 6 characters I still don't have, 4 out of 6 of those being Inazuma. And then the big thing is that right now, my Siggy has a set that... And they move around so much, and that's what sucks about this domain, with this team at least. Overload throws everything around so much, and I don't need to use my burst this time. Damage is incredible. It's really, really fun going back to early domains and just early game content in general with... Because this is technically year 1, because of the fact that 1.0 is not a full year. That could be... No, that's no good. Come on, give me... no good. It's just, I need one single good defense Sands or a single good Geo Goblet on Husk. Then I never have to farm that domain for the foreseeable future. But the big thing is that I was exactly 200 points away from getting a max last week. The main thing is that I want to see if I could do 1 supply notice to absolutely max things out. Get a tiny bit. Yeah, exactly. The smart thing would be if I do this... No, that's 120. Main thing is if I take all of these, that's 360 in total, which would put me at 960, but after I do 2, that will get me straight to 840. So my question is, when I do the first 2 and collect the rewards, is it going to preemptively just totally knock out the 3rd one and prevent me from doing the last one? Or is it not going to get rid of that? Because I remember that... Oh, goodness. It's been years since I did Dragon Spine, but Dragon Spine's own weird pseudo-commission gimmick. Let me check. Is the... Oh, yep. And just as I thought, the audio is not working. This is... I don't know what it is specifically about this one game in particular, but Streamlabs always totally drops the ball in terms of... Oh... Noticing its audio. I have to manually shuffle the audio monitoring to another game first before it'll notice it. And there we go. At least it was only 5 minutes this time. The big thing is that It's probably got something to do with the fact that this game does have to be run as administrator. But whatever. Okay. So let me get all of these, because the big thing is with the Dragon Spine commissions, I know that you can, though it's something slightly different, you unlock the commissions that will let you get more Crimson Agates before you actually pick up every single one on the mountain. So you can actually max out the tree, at which point it stops giving commissions, and then collect all the agates on the mountain, and wind up with one extra agate. I mean, wind up with a few extra agates based on how many are left over when you finish everything up. The big thing is that since they made it so that bounties no longer replenish infinitely, they changed that with Nowent patch cycle. I want to make sure that I'm getting as many artifact juices as I can, and that does mean... Well, that's the thing, is that you can collect exploration and quest rewards, even after, including the juices, including after you've actually maxed it out. And you see, I'm trying to optimize how much artifact juice I get, because, you know, I don't have every single character with a leveled artifact set yet. And I don't even have every character, and I'd like to. That's my goal, collect everyone and skill them. So it's sort of, I want to get as much possible through just doing bounties and supply requests before I collect any exploration and quest rewards, so I can get as much as possible just from doing travel reputation stuff. It's stupid and really neurotic, but there's a method for my madness. The method may itself be mad, but it is a method. Yeah. Don't worry. I do forget about and fail to notice some things, but this time it was intentional. Let's take you down. Also, did notice that you are a new face around here, so welcome. How are you doing? That's one of them. So we're going to do one more. And then we'll see if it lets us do the third one for the week, or whether it just totally forbids me. Yeah. I have maxed out all the other 5. I've been on it. Mostly. So let's get up top, and it's behind there, I believe. Varsa apparently has some interesting movement tech in terms of optimizing her movement. I saw a video on Yansan. Did not see the Varsa video, but I really should. Let's check this out. Okay. What I find really, really funny is, you know, every time I log in to collect daily rewards in Hoyo you get to see people just complaining about the game, talking about various things in the game, and and you're immune to Electro, and I didn't pay attention. Oops! Let's just keep our rotation up. It's more fun this way. And just have Navika take you out. But someone talking about, why is there a cryo skill damage buff in the current Abyss? You know, that doesn't do anything for anyone. It's 6 friends and overnight story, and it's... Now that's done. Here we are. So is it going to let us do the final one, or... The final one? The final one does stay. So there was actually a bit of purpose to that. I'm not going to get any more experience, but I'll get a tiny bit of extra artifact juice this way. And this is why I did that. You see, gotta optimize everything. You see, if I was really, really optimizing, I would be collecting colossal amounts of just trash artifacts around the day. If I have plenty of Strab reputation, if it's maxed out, I don't care. Give me my artifact juice. Okay. But of course, that's just actually boring. But essentially, that really, cryo skill damage does nothing for pretty much any character except for Escoffier coming next patch. And it's... The Abyss is this patch, but it's very much based on, you know, making Escoffier useful. You know, I've already tried to figure out what I'm going to use for the next Abyss, which is probably going to be Bethesda, Furina, Escoffier, and then probably Yelan or Shenhe. They're about the same. I think Yelan has a slight edge. The big thing is that a lot of Escoffier teams can't really use Yelan. They use characters like Ayaka or Ganyu who don't really do normals. Who just don't do normals. And Yelan is better because she's got some actual damage of her own. Also the fact that Escoffier boosts Hydro damage, not just Cryo, and then on the other side probably just a Navia team. The Blessing is about cryo reactions, so I thought about trying to make something silly with Rosaria or Charlotte on a Navia team work, but that's just not going to happen. As you can see, Still get this juice. It doesn't lock that off, and got all I could from quest first. This is not giving any juices, so no way, Jose. Shrub Reputation, that's our last funny rock. I really, really wish maxing out the Pilgrim's Chronicle by doing all the Trouble Chronicles. Well, actually, it's not there. That's just for the rocks. No, that is Trouble Chronicles. It's Reputation that gives you the rocks. I'm sleep deprived. Doing all the Trouble Chronicles, doing all the major world quests, and then, of course, the Archon quest gave you access to the Gasoitha Pyrocons, Traveler Cons outside of the fight. There's a non-zero chance we get that with Maru Javari, but it's still Cobium. And recipe Cheesy Crab Hot Pot, and, you know, I'm glad. It's interesting that it took them 4 years, well, 4.5 technically, because it wasn't available until this patch, to add a second 5-star recipe to the game. Return to the flames, return to the path, and it's Malvika's room. Well, the room outside her room. Solemn and majestic council chamber, featuring 7 seats arranged in a circle around a central fire. Its interior design closely resembles that of the speaker's chamber. This hall has stood alongside Notland since time immemorial, bearing witness to countless heroes of the past. Even now, its flames burn brightly as if still guarding all within its vicinity. With its presence, you shall forge new friendships in every unknown land, for no one ever fights alone. Let me just see what that crab hot pot is even like, recipe-wise. But I got into an argument with one of the most obnoxious people I have ever had the unprivilege of knowing, where I talked about, basically, and it's interesting because Malvika's weapon actually does make reference to it, and now it's pretty clear that they were being probably a bit hush-hush because it's probably going to be related to Maru Javari, but Vanessa's tribe, which Vanessa has not been mentioned anywhere in Notland thus far. Malvika makes a sideways reference to Venti in her story quest, but that's about it. The big thing is that Foresight, this is about Kukulkan. Somehow it mentions, yep, the Lost Tribe wandering to the land, there were still fighting for freedom, which is almost certainly referring to Mondstadt. And then just the fact that the Maru Javari is specifically a windless land almost certainly implies that there was an Animo tribe, maybe even having been sort of erased from the memories of Irminsul and the Night Kingdom, so people maybe just don't actually remember them, ended up in Mondstadt, probably because their homeland got destroyed in the Cataclysm, because it was probably the Maru Javari. It's windless because it, doesn't exist anymore, and it was Animo, and maybe the Flower Feather Clan is sort of half Pyro, half Animo, because you fill that space, but who knows, really. Let's see, what's that hot pot going to be like? Why are you right by the stove, and why do you have a larger interaction radius than the stove? That is the most ridiculous thing I've seen. Max HP and energy recharge, and this is the energy recharge food we've been waiting for a while, and we need more flour. Interesting casserole dish. I could make this later. I do find it funny that it boosts energy recharge and HP despite Malvika not needing either of those things. I honestly expected maybe a little bit more coordination, given that this is, her nation and all, but whatever. Okay. A bit of this, but again, it's Ito, Nilu, Klee, Ayaka, Aito, and Kokomi, who I still don't have, and I remember that every day. So let's give Dead Capitano our final Blazing Flint Ore. And I guess never see him or talk to him again. Goodbye forever. He was too cool to be playable, but that's life. I think it's probably about a 50-50 shot that he becomes playable eventually. It really is just a question of, people are wondering, did Hoyo really think that, random, in terms of just crowd characters, random Fontaine chef girl with no build-up and no contacts would sell more than, Capitano? And my answer is, maybe, honestly. Because the Chinese market is so much bigger than every single other. And the dynamics of it are just fundamentally so different from... I didn't even really think about it, but this is exactly the kind of aura that the big Night Soul pillar in the center of the Night Kingdom arena for the Night Soul Totem Local Legends lights up when you beat every single Local Legend for the first time. A noble figure coats the sun with frost, and 2 arrows grant salvation to Nala not once but twice. Exciting. Let's offer up our final ore. Strengthen your connection with the Night Kingdom. 1 Blazing Flint Ore, the 6th flint lights up the moment of arrival. The seats upon which we may evermore rest, we call it a miracle. Together we have brought this journey to its conclusion, yet instead of an ending, let us see this as a new beginning. Okay, well. Interesting. That glows a bit. There going to be any special dialogue now? Primal Flame Resonance complete. Well, in the Night Soul's Blessing state, the Traveler's normal charge and plunging attacks will be converted to Night Soul on pyro damage that cannot be overridden. The crit damage of these attacks increased by 40%, and the only reason I've ever used Pyro Traveler is last patch when I was using Mizuki and Lanyan just on every team I could for the sake of getting their friendship up. It meant I had to use Pyro Trav to fight Gasoithoth, because any other team I could run just didn't have enough damage to kill it before it put the pillars down, and you can't get rid of that without Night Soul. Couldn't really use Chaska or any other not-one character, because Lanyan and Mizuki simply did not work with it, so it was just Lanyan and Mizuki taking up just deadweight space, and then Zhongli and Traveler doing all the work. It's very amusing. If you're going to the Bramble Fire, you've offered up all the Blazing Flint Ore. Okay, cool. And that's everything. I wonder if we can get that aura to show up again, but it really does raise the question of what they would do if he eventually became playable. And yep, the glow comes back, but this is done. Goodbye, see you never again. Really do like the appearance of this infusion. Reminds me of how Lamine inexplicably has a higher multiplier on charges than Ether for just no particular reason. But it does raise the question of, oh, if they were able to make, again, the Gasoithoth constellation successful outside the fight, again, it wouldn't make Pyro Traveler better than any actual 5-star. You know, it would make them situationally about maybe as good, slightly less good than a C0 Pyro DPS 1. But it... Again, it raised the question, because you know you'd be using them as a DPS. You know, maybe you'd be using them as a reaction DPS. Honestly, they'd probably be better as an overall team, because with the infusion and the beams, they're doing way too much Pyro app to actually reliably vaporize themselves. And definitely not melt. But even vaporizing would probably be out of the question. Essentially, whether Ether versus Lamine combos would be different, because Ether's charge attacks are worse, Lamine's are better, and... Interesting question, and I do appreciate that Chevy has some level of crowd control there. This is a fun team to run. I do appreciate that they gave Varus very rudimentary combo mechanics, but combo mechanics nonetheless. Given that, which in a way does kind of imply that ZZZ is kind of the real sort of Honkai 5. You know, internally, Genshin is actually listed as Honkai 4. That's its internal development name. Of course, it becomes something slightly different, and we still don't have a playable Kiana. To be fair, Star Rail doesn't have a playable Kiana either, so it's interesting because, you know, ZZZ has a Kiana, which is honestly crazier. Which is just really funny that they explicitly said this is not part of a multiverse. This has no connection to prior titles, and then they went ahead and just put in a Kiana anyway in their war drop video. We'll see what happens. So it's this one again, and you know, I've never actually tried to break the record on the crate after defeating the enemies. Wonder what the dialogue for that is going to be. But it is a bother, because this team is way too much AoE to really avoid hitting the record without too much trouble, and we'll just knock you down there. How about we get you all the way over here? Thank you. Alright. On and how did I lose my overcharge ball? I didn't do a shot or anything. That's silly. I get over here. Normally, you don't really have to worry about Navika's AoE. She doesn't really have much AoE. It'd be really funny if that big slash hit the crate, though. It really would add insult to injury, but that's normal. I'm trying to just get over here, please. This reminds me of the good old days of farming Leylines in Inazuma using Jean to throw Mirror Maidens into the water. Come on. Finally you're close and... Oh my goodness. You are so fragile. Luckily, we do have pretty good sustain on this team because of Chevy. Full HP build Chevy. So now it's time to further the cause of science and just break the record. Oh, once you've completed the fight, the record can't be broken anymore. And in fact, it actually stops showing up as a physics object. That's really interesting, actually. Never thought to test that, but it makes some sense. Okay, cool. There we go. Yeah. And there's our final one. I'm actually at 50 pity right now, because I won the 50-50 for Faruzan and didn't get a Yansan on the way. So I had to go in 50 more just to get a single Yansan. 6 friends, an overnight story, reach reputational before with all the tribes of Natlan. Honestly, I was happy that I wouldn't have complained about a Xianyun or a Faruzan Constellation, especially Faruzan, because her gameplay is honestly very, very fun. I found myself enjoying it a good deal more than I thought I would, which is part of why I like that I focus on getting more characters instead of investing in strengthening characters I already have. The only 2 characters whose signature weapons I've gotten have been Mavuka and Arla. That's more for the fact that they actually have... Arla especially, and to a lesser extent Mavuka, some level of unique weapon morph. For Mavuka, it is just the torch in the center, so it's nothing too serious, but still. You know, my focus is getting every character at C0, and then maybe I'll think about weapons, but... Oh, given how many characters they're putting out and how they were almost all 5 stars now, I think that if I ever manage to get every character at C0, still going to be too busy keeping up the Joneses to even think about branching out into weapons on anything resembling a regular basis, but that's life. So, Escoffier uses Justice books, and Aoife uses Conflict books, so we'll form Escoffier's today, Aoife's tomorrow, and figure out something else on Sunday. Big thing is, I also need to beat the Lava Dragon statue for Aoife as well, but that's life. And even Fontaine is so far below Natlan's level of power. We're still not at Honkai 3rd levels of power creep, and it does help that unlike Honkai 3rd, which, to be fair, I've never played and never will, we don't have anything like a PvP Abyss where they actually have a competitive in-game leaderboard that determines the rewards you get. You know, it's not true PvP, but it's still rather egregious. And we didn't even have the burst available this time. And, yeah, it's ridiculous how much damage that puts out. God killing as fast does mean we actually got Faruzan burned. This is so sad. The cow is getting roasted. Okay. Alright, I do have a single blue fate to toss at the banner. Yeah, the fact that it's worse than Star Rail, which I have heard so many complaints about, and that's part of the reason I don't have any interest in Star Rail. The other reason is that I have a job and cannot pick up a second gacha. The one thing that does tempt me is the UBW, the Unlimited Bladeworks collab, coming up shortly, and apparently the characters are going to be Saber and Archer, with Archer being the first male Quantum, which is really, really funny. For a number of reasons, one of them honestly being the fact that they didn't make him fire. Which really, if I were in charge, I would have made him fire, because it would have made the most sense, you know. Part of the Unlimited Bladeworks chant is literally, fire is my blood. when he casts his Reality Marble, it comes out as a wall of flames, and there are some fire motifs. He's described as sort of a blacksmith. I actually forgot about the fact that Stigmata were gacha. Being reminded of that is not pleasant. But it is really, really interesting. You know, just because HI3 is so much more niche, and, you know, don't forget about Honkai 2nd and Honkai 1. But the fact that a lot of characters in later video games started out as Stigmata. The big one is obviously Kafka. And that's decently recognizable, but I actually didn't know this until relatively recently, but Charlotte. And part of it is that the character archetype is totally different, even more than sort of author Kafka to Kafka. Because Stigmata Charlotte, if I recall correctly, is sort of a Robin Hood type character, which she isn't. That's not a Robin Hood type character. Doesn't even have a bow. Yeah, but 20 pity away from a Scoofy. And then I should have enough, but depending on whether I win 50 or 50 not this time, I may have to load up and swipe for Skirk, which that's life, you know. That's the other side of the employment double-edged sword. Can spend money on things, for better or worse. So let me see. As of right now, we got 1 from Battle Pass, and this is going to take me to 10 on normal. I'm not expecting anything. I ran Zhao in Abyss, one side, last Abyss. I was close to Pity on Standard, and I got a Dualicon. I was really hoping for Primordial. And of course I didn't get it. I've gotten multiple Wolves Gravestones, multiple Skyward Atlases, 1 Skyward Pride, Skyward Blade, and of course I haven't gotten enough weapons for it to really be all that statistically anomalous, aside from, I suppose, the fact that I've gotten 2 Gravestones, 2 Atlases, before getting any of the other 6. I don't know. It's not that important, but I really would like a Primordial Jadewing Spear one day. And Wait. Did I? Okay, thank you. That's what it was. So that means, well, for one, I should remember to do test run before I forget. A couple patches ago, I literally forgot to do the test run. It was the Zhongli Nuve one, which I was actually kind of sad about, because actually Zhongli is a burst DPS, which I don't care to do that on my Zhongli, so it would be fun to try that out. They also had a pretty interesting Hazo team built. They have, and it honestly is kind of a sign of the fact that this game is focusing more on squeezing more money out of a deliberately smaller audience. The fact that they're putting characters who are not just totally free on test runs, which I suppose maybe reflects things more accurately, but still. Okay, what kind of comp do we want to run with this? Probably something like this. Fido is fun, but it really is just not as sustainable as I would like to do. Oh, anything she does. And 1 big slam. I think that was a good counter. I don't know. Come on. And that didn't do it. Too much stun, honestly. Thank you, and I will say, the fact that they run a lower con level Xingqiao does hurt things. I mean, lower refined Xingqiao does hurt things a bit. And thanks, and well, they all miss me. Alright. Come on. And there we are. It's always fun getting that off when it works. Here we go, and the sack just didn't proc, and that is the other side of the well-refined sack. Okay. You know, I may have I was gonna say a built Lanyan, but I don't. I have a Lanyan using my Lynette's artifacts sometimes, but Lanyan really does feel even more like Yao Yao. And her design is nice enough that it makes me sad Beta's back. Honestly, the most pointless of the sort of obligatory Lantern Light patch Leeway 4 stars. So it's just very plain that she exists solely to... Well, we're not getting that counter. Exists entirely just so that they can have someone to use for your free Relay 4-star without any other real purpose. It just feels so perfunctory. Which again is sad, because I like her design. It's a fun one. Oh, oops. Oops. Get something, and take it down, and... I really like... It's always interesting to see what voice line people play with, because I've used, ever since about halfway through Inazuma, I started using JP and have not looked back, and frankly, given the whole English voice actor hullabaloo, I have felt kind of vindicated. But Faruzan. A lot of characters sound so different. It's very, very interesting in particular how Tinari is actually one of the... I think the only character who is voiced by a woman in the Japanese for a gender swap, but a male voice actor in the English. Because you get so many other way arounds, like particularly Bennett being the 5th Christina V character in the English, because, you know, good job, you know, I guess I wanted Shantae in my game. Thank you, and take you down. Oh, that's right, Rokon means we need to do like this. Cool. And Heizo is fun. Like having Heizo. What weapon did they give him? Give him Widsith. Really cannot put anything... Well, Solar Pearl's not bad, but... He really is a Sacrex character. Kinda. And... hello. Shoot. There we go, we got it. Soccer ball. Hit him with the Inazuma 11. Literally, Inazuma... Never mind. And... yeah, let's see how they built Venti this time. Yeah, now that I think about it, and I'm just putting off TCG, not even intentionally. Oh, this is nice. Very AoE too, but who do they want to run for normals on this team then? Cool. And there we go. Get you down, and go for the big boom. Come on. Get in the middle, and I guess we're using Venti normals. That's amusing. It is still really funny how he just trivializes any and all AoE content this far into the game, to the point that they still deliberately have to make sure that content deliberately doesn't work with him. Yeah. Something, you will always be famous. There we go. It's that easy. But what they really should have done, though given the fact that there hasn't been a single burst with any kind of aiming mode. Really, if they ever went back and did retroactive buffs to existing characters, the one buff that they should do would be adding a hold mode for aiming to Venti's burst. Because 4.5 years in, few things still feel as bad as just missing with Venti. Oh, that's right, it's the first actual not one rerun we've gotten, so yeah, they're bringing back. And I think this is actually different than the obstacle course they gave her in... oh, originally. Where is this again? This is... oh, it's right by Children of Echoes. Well, I can't exactly check all that well, but... yeah, this is the far northeast. Farther east than the entrance to Children of Echoes, but this is an entirely different obstacle course than they gave her in her original test run. I'm pretty sure. Because the original one was over by... it started up top over there. The part that we're east of right now, at least as far as I can tell. It's interesting. Rather interesting. And take you down. Didn't need to do that, but whatever. Come on. And, well, they're gone, so that was kind of wasted. Again, it's interesting, the fact that they heavily nerfed enemy particle drops with Inazuma, presumably in part to sell Raiden. And then they just kept doing that. I think it probably was a good balance change for the game, because it does also give them an interesting way to balance things in that putting older Hilichurl enemies, just early patch cycle enemies in from 1.0, 1.x I suppose, gives them the way to make energy less of an issue. But, come on. Oh, we totally whiffed. But it hurts sometimes. Come on. And there we go. And they're gone. Okay. Oh, so it starts over there. Can't run forever. Don't need to run forever, though. Okay. So we handle this. Probably don't want to start with Xianyun again, but kind of went around from the other way in the original test run to my memory. Thank you. Thank you. And... okay, hit. And 1, 2, 3. And boom. 1, 2. Hit. 1, 2. Hit. 1, 2. Hit. 1. Hit. And let's actually go in with the Pyro Crystallize this time. And grab that. Good old Ruined Drake. Hit a big boom. 2 hit. Nice. Okay, cool. Finish that up, collect this all. Cool. Interesting. Yeah, you know, I think I'm just gonna go and do Venti's challenge now. Oh, they never lost prayer. Beyond they lost prayer. Oh, that's really, really showing what they expect out of people at this point. Though, to be fair, she probably needs it to be competitive. It's pretty interesting how... oh, goodness. Let's see... I need to do TCG now, or I will never do it. Okay. So I'm going to shamelessly steal decks that other people made. Come on. Come on. No good. Not good enough. Okay. Temper 5.5. Okay. Summon spam. Okay. So Venti. Okay. Fontaine. Dex. Okay. Luckily, they put deck codes in. I'm gonna have to pay tribute. Cool. Swan. That did not work. Okay. Guess I can make it manually. Oh, they're probably on another server. Oh, okay. That's a Yai Oceanid Venti. Let's see. Totally just summon spam. Yay. Okay, okay. But I'll post it somewhere. By the way, if you have any interest, feel free to join the Discord down below. It's the best way to keep track of things for when I need to, you know, put a bowl of ice water in front of the computer and have to start late because of that. Yeah, I'm gonna pay credit because I'm a gracious god. Something like that. That sounded a bit idolatrous. That is Titan Torrent. Oh, that's real good. Big thing is, I managed to get platinums on the first two. Using a silly Kinich Emily team, but it was frankly crap. And for the sake of just interest, I'm going to stand on the shoulders of giants. Or at least people with a bit more intelligence than me. And this uses people, the springs, and then parametric, because parametric is always good. That's exactly it. You put down a bunch of summons and use the power of the summons to... Having multiple summons to boost the power of Rhodeia's burst. Simple enough. Change the shifts, get more card draw, and then... Calix's Arts is here actually, specifically to get Venti's burst up easier, quicknet's nice, and... I have never used this card. Interesting. Oh, but yeah, exactly, since you're doing a bunch of switching around, Golden Troop has a lot of utility. And this is also good, because the funniest thing about this is that this is a pizza. Okay. Before, I have had cheese and corn pizzas in the past, but regardless. Okay, let's make this happen. For the sake of it, let's make it a little prettier. What do I feel like? Not Mondstadt. You know, it's got no, it's easy Inazuma. I don't use this one often. Inazuma and Inazuma. There we go. Okay. Let's try this one out and see how it goes. Set this, and this is good enough. It shouldn't take too much trouble. You just gotta spam everything. The goal is to yai and swirl off the cryo slimes. Okay. +1 piercing damage. There we go. Multiple yais would work quite well too, because of the ability to... I mean, not multiple yais, multiple totems. So you get more piercing damage, and you also get more swirls and all. I might like that. Oh, two different talent cards, but they're the same. So this literally would not do anything. Okay. Oops. Take a bit, but should get that down as quickly as possible. +2 damage, and Calix's Arts could be okay. This is a deck that easily got into, oh, the 8000s, so I should have no problem getting an easy platinum this time too. Question is, who we want to start with? It's gonna have to be Yai. It's gonna be Yai. Could get some Rhodeia down, and we probably want to put Golden Troop on her, just because her ability to multi-summon is going to have the most utility over the course of this match, but we'll see what happens. Quicknet is okay. I was going to say we could use multiple, but we really couldn't. That will get the Parametric Transformer just about ready to pop. Let's put this on Rhodeia. We're gonna use that. The auto-selections are so terrible sometimes, it's almost funny. Seisho Sakura, which... in Japanese, the term Seisho, and there was a lot of discussion early on. One of the reasons... there was an early leak of Yai's constellations and their Japanese and Chinese names. And one of the reasons that people thought the leak was legitimate, and it was legitimate, was because the names of her constellations made reference to a lot of Japanese mythological and Buddhist religious concepts in ways that seemed, and were honestly, way too high quality, specific, and well-educated to seem like something just you'd get as a result of an amateurish fake. Okay... and one thing, for example, is that the term Seisho means specifically... it's a Buddhist term for specifically killing living things. In this sort of context of... the phrase sin might not be perfectly identical, but you know what I mean. Get one of those, we can play Calix's Arts, and... specifically, the god I saw said that what you want to do is get Venti's burst out as quickly as possible. Though, to be fair, might not want to swirl cryo, but I think it'll be okay. I don't care that much. Grab that, and here we are. Get that ready, but we will have to do some conversion, which is tough. I don't think we really need quick knit all that much. Put that down, and that's a kill. Very, very nice. Multiple down. That keeps spreading the piercing damage. Very, very good. And... oh, tough. I would want to do then, and... surge. That's only 1 hydro damage, though. Oh, but that's right. We can just get one down. That's right. That's what we gotta do. I put Golden Troop on you for a reason. Okay. Really what I should do then, I don't know if I'll be using this, is a single surge just to take you out. Then... but that's gonna swirl cryo, that's sad. To make sure we can keep that going. It will kill though. Play that, then switch it out to Yai so that we can keep accumulating with Rhodeia. Very fun. More damage on here, and yeah. Now that's cryo, and life is pain. Oops. What I will say, though, is... and yeah, we should probably get some of that down. Wonder what I might be able to convert. Oh, this really sucks. And that's a free switch, at least. I'll pretend I did that on purpose. Okay. Play one of those. That would fill the zone. That's not a good idea. Then we could play that. Again, it's a question of the... oh, whether we'll get enough Hydro Dice after playing Library, because I really do want that. Library, I played it a bunch early on, and it wasn't all that good. Well, really, I should have played Library first, so I'd be able to... well, this is a maximum 1 use anyway, so that wouldn't help me. Let's pray we get enough Hydro Dice to both play the burst and... wow, that really sucked. I guess it's not happening today. And we'll still be okay, but still. Play this in a... oh, that's right, it costs 4 and I'm blind. Stupid. What I should do then is, since we do have the Storm Zone, changing shifts is still in effect, actually. Interesting. Let me see. So we got forced out, or what? Okay. It's free, and then we'll use Venti again. I guess I'm just going to put down more totems. This is still so scuffed. This kills one of them. I like that they keep putting out TCG stuff, even though it isn't really huge. It does show how they care about their game in a real way. Oh, we had Storm Zone active, so it didn't consume changing shifts. I actually... one of the things a lot of people don't know, actually, is they assume otherwise vainly, is that Venti has a female voice actor in Japanese, which is not the case at all. Murasei Ayumu is just really good at having a little guy voice when he wants to. Okay. We should put down a few more summons, and then... see if I can boost it with Rhodeia. Come on, for the love of all that is good and holy. You've given me basically 0 Hydro Dice. Okay. Let me do it like this. This is already a better score than I got last time, and I wasn't even trying all that hard. And that just puts one more down, because you can only get 2 on field. You know, it would be... That said, you do get more... That's still 4. I can just barely pump that out. You do get more piercing damage this way, which is not meaningless. Oh, but... If you're going to be using that anyway, well, whatever. Also, there's literally no purpose to using the talent card at this point, because... Why do I need more than one use when it's all going to be over soon? Whatever. This has been so scuffed. Well, we'll take you out. And it still went pretty darn well. Though this was not ever going to be one of the more difficult ones. We can just put down one more totem. Okay. There we are. There we are. Okay. Is this impressive? No. Did it work? Yeah. Am I proud of it? Also, no. This was nowhere close to optimal play, but it's a good enough deck that it didn't really matter. Though, especially given the random nature of Ocean it summons, it's a pretty swingy one. That was fun. Yeah. Easy platinum. Let's try the next one. Make that other deck, and... Something is weird about the way that deck codes work in this game. Even if server doesn't matter, it seems that you might need... The person with the deck might have to actively have the deck in their lists. Otherwise, it won't map to anything anymore if they delete it, which... Oh, is a little bit silly. Because originally I figured, you know, probably it's a matter of just old retro game style passwords where each character encodes some value related to a card, so you can encode an entire deck. But no, it seems to literally just be a completely unique arbitrary code that refers to a specific deck slot for a specific character. But it is what it is. Check a few things. Move on here. This is going to be getting Electro Swirls quickly. Fischl, Xianyun, and Faruzan. Lots of overreactions. Piercing damage. Pilgrimage Arcane Legend. Let's make that happen. I like using Xianyun when I get the chance, especially with that talent card, which this deck does use. I am so glad that I can just shamelessly steal decks this time around. I would die otherwise. And this is not good. It's just, why would you be using Fischl normals? It is interesting comparing earlier cards to later cards, in particular how later cards really just did go off the wall in terms of not really caring to reflect the actual function of a card in base gameplay. Which is for the better, because it's why Xianyun is actually good in TCG after being really just god-awful in the actual game. Because her kit in TCG bears almost no similarity whatsoever to how she works in gameplay. Well, main gameplay. Which is a good thing. It's also nice how Opera Epic Glaze is just totally free with no drawback in any adventure challenge, because the other side doesn't have a deck to be competing against. There is no competition. And it's Animo Resonance for the Switch. Fischl, and then Animo Resonance, and just start the swirl going and keep that swirl up forever. Could probably make this work with Wander as well, but I don't care this time. Last patch was decent enough that I could come up with my own decks, and that was pretty fun. But I'm too sleep deprived for that now. Healing and damage. Could work. Sunyata Flower is interesting. I've never used this. Not once. One less elemental die. Support card, support zone, and discard it. I imagine that some of it might literally be there just to get discarded. Let's use Leeway for deck design this time. Set that, and got all these funny boxes and card backs. I may as well use it every once in a blue moon. Leeway, and Leeway. Okay, cool. It's really funny how so many of those are just about collecting relatively unused specialties. Because Venti and Albedo are the only characters use. Cecilia's still. It's very, very interesting that from the start of the game, they've had characters go cross-region for the boss mats they use, but never the specialties. Except for Arla and Tartaglia by necessity, but still. Wonder what Skirk's gonna use. Okay, let's go for it. Gaming coming back and using Starconks a third time that far into the game is what's really surprising. To my knowledge, every specialty gets used a maximum of 3 times, to my knowledge. We'll see what happens. Essentially, I need to fish for Animo Resonance round 1, and... okay. Same bad. And, well... Yeah, we have to... That'd be a good starting hand if I'd gotten Animo Resonance, but you need Animo Resonance so you can immediately start swirling. We are going to get rid of everything. And that is a pretty nice starting hand, actually. Target, attach character switches, opposing active character. Discard, Swift Glide. That... I don't imagine this could be all that useful. I don't know, though, because you gotta take down the Rifthounds, and they take a bit more. They'll stay on field longer. I should use this if I have the opportunity. Gotta put this down, because it's free as well. Okay. See how many dice we get. That was unfortunate. That was really unfortunate. Okay. I may have to just trash a ridiculous amount of things this round. Yeah, this... Oh, this isn't happening. I don't have enough to use this. And it... Again, it's... The randomness is what keeps things interesting, keeps things from becoming too stale, but it does hurt when you get total trash. Let's keep Kokomer. See if we can grab an... Oh, Fab Library. That's good. Okay. That is a nice starting hand. I like it. The point that I might actually want to keep this to tune if needed. Oh, but this is what we're going to use. It's one free switch. Just do the math. It's basically free. But I couldn't use both this and... If I get Animo Resonance, then that would help, but I can't afford to fish for that this time. Probably want to play VV on Xianyun. Gonna be using her a lot. I don't think Faruzan's gonna be doing much. She's there to enable Animo Resonance. I guess she's not bad, but the point is going to be almost solely just switching around a bunch, keeping Oz on field, refreshing Oz, keeping Xianyun in for big swirl attacks. Sucks. Okay. Use that. Put down Oz. That'll get a quick switch. That's a specific order of this deck. Reason for that. Go ahead. Put this on you. That's nice and cheap. Let's use the talent card. Storm Pinion stack. Sky Ladder is nice too. Drift Cloud Wave. 2 stacks per round. Okay. Here we go. Very good. It would have been nice to get the actual Viridescent Inventor equipment so that I could actually... Oh, and we're gonna get quickened or whatever. Get some guaranteed animo dice, but that's whatever. Ouch, that hurt. So who do we want to get? Gotta get some healing in here. Probably gonna wanna... Sky Ladder can stack. Much to think about. I don't necessarily want that, though. You can take some hits, and once you get your burst up, we would. Healing would be nice, and allow you to use plunging attack stuff, which is really nice for racking up swirls, but... no, that's just bonus damage, though, because you're only gonna have so much aura. This is painful. Come on. That's good. I don't want to switch there, but if we went to Fischl, we could replenish Oz and actually get some of that back. We could also just... Honestly, just in terms of dealing damage, this is really good. We should use Faruzan if we can, but the dice simply aren't making it happen this time. Okay. Sky Ladder again. Going to keep the swirls up. Elemental Devour. Deals and takes 2. Okay. Does mean I'm gonna get hit hard. So I might not actually want that right now. I think we actually want to switch to Faruzan. Yeah. I've already got to, so well. But it does mean... Ouch. We got it. Not gonna get hurt as much. Could play this for a nice easy switch. Sure. Get Fischl back up. Good thing is that Manifest Gale doesn't go away between rounds, but still. Okay. That'll switch me to fish. Oh, but that gets burning started. I don't like that. Oh, this is a painful one. To be totally honest, I think the answer is just to kill. That's not going to get any more Oz uses, and that kills a bit harder. Okay. Play 1 Kokomer. Also gets the burst ready whenever I feel like it. Can't use anything here. That's a wasted die, which sucks, but I guess that's life. Okay. Oh, baby. This is gonna hurt a bit. Could switch it on Xianyun, but that raises the risk of dying outright. That's gonna be minimum of 4 damage. I would just barely survive, so there's a high chance Xianyun would die outright. It's not good. That hurts. Okay. Corrosion is, yeah. Apart from non-active characters, okay. Want to get you back on the field. Oh, that's no good. Okay. Ouch. And this will lead to Fischl's death, but we don't need more than 2 more Oz procs anyway, so that's fine. Alright. It's good, but... Oh, that's what hurt. Because now we're not getting any more swirls. It's not this round. Oh, that's such a waste, though. You know, there is no maximum to these, so... Oh, this really does hurt, though. Target, discard. Oh, goodness. Swift Glide. I really wish I had the brain power right now to make Carcasaurus work. I don't. I guess we'll put this down and hope for a few more Anemo dice. Well, okay. Use Carcasaurus if we had to. At least that will kill. Get more Sky Ladder, switch to Faruzan. Sure. Switch around a bit just to get a few more stacks, I suppose. Okay. Just one of those to you. It's a charge attack, one less unaligned element, physical to Anemo, and pressurized collapse. Okay. Let's get rid of the Carcasaurus and then just do a bit more switching around and do one nice big hit. Okay. That's one of them. Yay. Of course, having a few fewer characters to maneuver hurts things a bit. Oh, baby. Guess I could get a free death. And it's... Oh, we're not gonna get any swirls again. I hate this. I really do. That said, the goal right now is gonna be probably... Oh, well, actually, that's right. We got Driftguard Wave. She has a weirdly complex kit. Not necessarily in a bad way. And then we'll switch again. And that means... Oh, nice. It's 5 damage, just totally splashable. We'll make that happen. Word of Wind and Flower. Get another switch when I imagine the Rifthound just murders me, so. Put the gadget, get my healing up, you'll kill me. I'll use my burst. And finally, they actually give us Anemo dice. It may be a good day to be me. Strong maybe. Senora is eh. Come on. Let's gonna use a number of cards this round. We're not gonna get that much. There we are. Get a bit of healing. Thank you. It's an Omni. Good stuff. Go ahead. This is in no way perfect. Oh, yeah. Really gotta wait till we get you out, and then we can hit you with that damage. There's one. Should probably use the technique a bit. Pyro damage, that won't do anything good for me. Keep that swirl up. There we are, that could be nice, I suppose. Great thing is, this will kill you outright, and this will kill 3 of them. Wow. It's 1 down, kills another. Yeah, the swirl itself deals 1 damage, piercing damage from you dying, then from you dying due to the powered up swirl, then you die to piercing and more damage. One single Xianyun normal will wipe every single one of them out, and let's have some fun. Let's use the Adeptal Assistance. Yeah, sure, why not? Make it a plunging attack. Actually, do that next time. Gonna have to use this 1 die first. Let's go for it. It's 1 down. 2 more down. It's 3 procs of piercing damage, taking you down entirely. Ridiculous. This is why TCG is good, actually. All we can really do is use your technique. Healing's real nice. And that... +1. Oh, right, because you get the anima proc too, but... you're really good on things with innate elemental aura. If she were to use it herself, but obviously you're really meant to use it with a character with an infused plunge or just a catalyst. Well, Pyrohydra, Electro Cryo Catalyst. Something like that, but... yeah, exactly. Rithesli plunge team in real. Here we are. Okay. It's another platinum. Right. And the decks I shamelessly stole. It's 2 out of 4. Let's shamelessly steal another deck. There's 1. There's 2. No, wrong one. There's 2. Pretty fun one, too. Make our 3rd stolen deck. Didn't use Pilgrimage. Generate new cards. Mamere, Serene, Tarmar, Zenyatta Flower. Actually, draw a bunch. Damage and knock out enemies. Word for playing 3 isn't great. Whittle Tapetwasaur, even though the deck doesn't use Phlogiston. Right, Clorinde using Yoimiya's Burst. Treasure Seeking Sealy. Start of round 3. Interesting. Lots of overcharged balls, too. Let's go for Fontaine this time. Got 2 Fontaine characters, so it makes sense. It's all about being aesthetically pleasing. Chevy is back here, and then in terms of actual cards, go for that, and that is real nice. Chevy stays off field, but that's okay, and characters trigger, yep, use that with Yoimiya, and you are not going to be on field at all. Yuabi Eisho does not grant energy because nothing is good in this world. That's what they should have done. They should have made it grant energy. So you could just cast that twice and burst round 1. That'd be dumb. I didn't get a lot. He said a gamblers because of all the kills. And main Ito. My Nito. I need to turn off co-op. Because I'm not willing to accept people into the world until I've actually maxed out all exploration currently accessible areas, because I am traumatized from one time when I let someone in my world. It was my cousin, too. That's what the real betrayal is about, and he just completed a quest for me against my will. I'm seeing him on Sunday. I'll make sure to remind him of that. Check a few things, and it's the 3rd stolen deck. Let me see. This uses Chang the 9th. Oh, reactions, exactly. So this is for lots and lots of card draw. Then Mamere, the dog, the Shiba. It's another, and then more Mamere. This is all about card draw. Food and Treasure Seeking Sealy, and another Treasure Seeking Sealy, and right, glove a card for card draw. Then 2 Kokomers. Doesn't seem like we're actually using the Paimon Tune, which is really, really interesting too. Not in a good way. Means again, this could end up very, very swingy in an unpleasant kind of way. And Zenyatta too, and Zenyatta is random as well. So that's nice, if we get lucky. And then Undersea Treasure, little Tapetwasaur, and Minty Meat Rolls for Clorinde. And that's the other deck. Oh, but that's right. Many cards, and interesting. Yoimiya's burst near the start of round 3. Round 1 only 2 energy. So basically, gotta make sure play a bunch of cards round 1, and then get Yoimiya's burst up near the start of round 3 and go for 2 massive tears during rounds 3 and 4. That's what probably is the case. I see. Let's try this one out. And set as active. Okay. Oh, for Fontaine. Okay. The rules. Holy crap, Jurgen von Strangle from Fairly Odd Parents. Let's get our platinum. I need to buy some invites. No, not that. Can't get any right now. It wouldn't let me pick any more up because we're over to 20,000, so we gotta buy some invites just to clear space out. Again, next patch they're adding platinum skins, which would hopefully be a good coin sink, but we'll see what happens. Okay. Yeah, this is kind of tough. Okay. Okay. We should keep that in there for final round, honestly. 3. Oh, but we need Chevy talent card. That's a thing. And to use 1 Yoimiya normal. Okay. Alright. Just gotta make sure we don't get killed. Okay. Treasure clue, 1 random food event card, and that just makes sure we get. Oh, mini meat rolls. Okay, physical piercing damage, 1 inspiration. Put that down immediately. Okay. Taramaru. Treasure seeking. Can only use so much. Okay, well, alright. It's one of them. I should have waited. I'll keep this in, but even so. Chevy is not doing much. This is gonna kinda suck. Can freeze me, we'll see how this one goes. We should have used Treasure Seeking Sealy. You know, this won't help me much, but it will help me proc Treasure Seeking Sealy. Okay. What I really should have done was just put that down immediately. I would have made it. We'll put down NRA too, but whatever. Okay. This is a tough one. We are going to get frozen again. Okay. Little Tibetless-saur. Really just need... Yep, and that gives them a deck. Not that they can do anything with it. And let's play Underwater Treasure Hunt. Then at the start of next round, we're just going to go on an absolute tear. That would actually kill me. I have to switch back to Yoimiya, but... Okay. Yep, okay. Not gonna get a reaction in, but that's life. Then we need Mom there. Be able to get this each round, actually, which is nice. That's Treasure Seeking Sealy. Good stuff. And we got some of this going. Okay. Use our Melusine support. And that's nice. Essentially, hopefully, we can die on purpose. See what happens. Oh, but the issue is we didn't get any Chevy. Dumb. We can hopefully still make this work. It will suck, though. Okay. That's for 2 rounds. Let's max out that uptime. Okay, most of these are pretty much free. Alright. And you won't kill, which sucks. Okay. Pyro damage. Any way to reduce this cost? Or no. Inspiration, discard, and draw 2. We do need to empty the deck first. Okay. Issue is, we are going to get frozen, but the Sissons will do it, which is the important thing. Would have been nice if that had actually killed me, honestly, but what are you gonna do? Okay, cool. Random basic elemental die. Don't have enough Tarmaru savings, really. We got 9 right now. We get any real bonus. Melusines. Super awesome event card, sure. Cousin Zina, go ahead, give me a sword. We did not get a sword. Oops. Oops! That would have been nice. Well, okay. My mare is not coming here once per round. Come on. Don't have much space. Come on. It's real good, though. Real good, though. Curative Bolt, whatever. It's a bottom life, we gotta use that, and then see if we can make that work. That adds, right, Therona's Goodwill, super awesome event card. Oh. Don't have space for that. That will get rid of that. Now 2 more. Oh, it's just I don't want to overcap and end up wasting anything. That's the issue. And guess whose shield is gone? Yours. Awesome. Really? Okay, whatever. Sunyata would be good, because we'd be able to play and then discard, but... One random basic elemental die, and... Oh, we actually didn't really want that, did we? Okay. Wait. Horse Blaze uses a skill. Wait. Oh, because we don't have Night Vigil. Right. Now we do. Now we will. Okay. It's really just, how do I want to handle this? NRE, well... The main thing is, this will allow us to draw both of them. And then we can replace it safely. Okay. It's 1 down. Okay. Cool. Cool. Go ahead. Now, 1 less unaligned element. Keeps things cheaper. Oh, that doesn't help me much, because I only get 1 of them that way. I think we can make this work, but it will suck. In terms of this, and it's just so full. We need this. No, that's the overcharge ball. I'm dumb. Don't have anything to discard. My mare, randomly create. This just isn't that good. Taramaru. Let's play another Taramaru. Okay. Get rid of that, and, well... create another called in for cleanup. Sure, and then get rid of Taramaru. Whatever. Okay. I think we'll barely scrape out that 4,000. And it will hurt. It won't be fun. But Mamir once per round, whatever. Whatever. Okay. Oh, okay. Gonna point that for more card draw and hope it's good. Really, this was mostly get rid of them. Let me see. Because I can't tune anything, so I can't get rid of this right now. Just get rid of Mamir. Get rid of you. And then, sure, that's one more. That's interesting, but... You know, if I had that, that could... Well, that won't do anything, because they aren't playing event cards. We have to make sure what we get is actually remotely useful for us. Charmar is good, and that is nice. We have coordinated tactics now, which is crucial. Don't have enough point of life to really... Sucks. Sucks. Okay. Gonna have to use Vigil. Praying. Ouch, that hurt. Oops. Okay. Wow, that does nothing for me. Well, that could actually kill me outright. Oops. Oh, we're gonna have to force a switch. Okay. This one does hurt. This one legitimately hurts a lot. Okay. Put it on Chevy. One Omni Element. 2 random weapon cards. And wow, these are also both completely useless. I can't believe we haven't gotten a single sword. You know, it got, 4 rolls, 5 weapon categories, logically. Whatever. Put that on you and pray. Okay. Kujira, whatever. Okay. Well, alright. Go ahead and switch. Does force a switch. Something to consider. Well, this is cheaper, so, well, I'll consider it. Keep you out of the way so you don't kill me. Thank you. It's gonna switch back, right? Probably. Yep. Yeah. Okay. Can draw 3 cards now. Awesome. Go ahead and, well, not bad. Oh, but Hunter's Vigil. What a bad time for that. Generate 2 support cards. Let's get rid of Mamir. It's free. Goodbye. Goodbye. Give me something cheap. Okay, well. That won't do much, but it accrues towards that. Not much accrued toward that. We did not have a good time this time. Okay. Oh, that's really good. Okay. Yay. Okay. Well, that's the problem. It's full of the overcharge balls, and we don't actually want them. Just get out of my zone. That was actually pretty good. Come on. Go ahead and shuffle off this Mortal Coil. That's another. Okay. Well, we have our Ores plays going. Would have been real nice if I had gamblers. Whatever. Yay. Okay. And now we can use this. This is a damage. That's a heal. I am begging you, let me live. Well. I can barely scrape it out, I think, and it's 4,000, right? I hope. I hope. I may experience an unpleasant surprise shortly. Big thing is, I can use the burst. No, I can't. I can't. I can just use this twice. Okay, well, whatever. Alright. And then probably hit you. Okay. Well. Again, I tried. It was a valiant effort. It's just the fact that we don't have any discard available really sucks. Whatever. This one is legitimately pretty torturous. The fact that we couldn't get Xianyun early, that's what I really need to fish for, the talent cards. It's all about using overloads with Yoimiya and Clorinde to ramp. And if you don't actually have... Yeah, now we're actually getting... Part of it is we just got lucky with the distribution or randomly generated cards into the deck. Again, it's swingy. This is good. I'm glad we have that. Should save this for the end. And this is decent, but to be honest, I would prefer NRE. Okay. Alright. Okay. What to prep Yoimiya isn't. Well, that actually sucked a lot, really. Okay. Because we can't use this. We can save it and use it next round. It's probably what we're going to want to do. See what happens. With this, so we can have more stuff to use. Okay. And, well, we got both of those. Okay. Alright. Come on there. It's one of them. You know, that will not help me at all. Okay. Alright. Just there's so much that the chance of it actually being something good is not that high. To be honest, what I probably want to actually do is use the burst. Some decent damage in, get some Bond of Life ready to use Hunter's Vigil when I get the chance. That does use up everything I've got. Chevy's burst isn't bad. And I may be able to keep it in pocket for something kind of useful, but we'll see. Okay, another Mamere. Stupid. There's not any food to actually get any use out of NRE, because God hates me. Oops. Okay. Luckily, we can put this on Chevy now. And then put some stuff down, I suppose. Multiple Mameres. This is actually tough. Yeah. Okay. Let's actually... We can trigger an elemental reaction against ourselves on purpose. There we are. Okay. Well, no physical. Oops. Maybe that wasn't so well thought out. Ring of Bursting Grenades, maybe. That could have been an option. This is tough. Mare, once per round. We don't have it right now. Oh, Oh, this sucks. This really sucks. This won't do anything for me. Let's go ahead. We'll put the nades down. This is really going to suck. Okay. Well, got things a slightly bit better together. Let's hope that it actually works this time. Little Tatankasaurus is really nice, actually. Go ahead, let me... You can hit me or something, then we'll hopefully have the dice. That is actually pretty good. Come on, you're not gonna kill me. Get the burst off, and then we can get a reaction started. Okay. Cool. Few of that, and that does mean... Oh, I used the scope, but that was the Ore's Blaze. Unpleasant. Nice thing is... You have to switch some of this out. That's painful. Come on. Interesting. Interesting. So what can I afford to switch? This is good, but painful. Guess I really need to hope we just have a really good next round. Maybe. I just don't have the dice for that. I'm gonna get rid of a good deal of that, and this really hurts. It's actually kind of insane. It's the fact that this is on our side instead of the other team's side is really just the worst part of it. And there's really no good reason for them to do that, because last patch cycle, they had the good sense to put most of the talismans on the other side, so you'd be able to play without having to worry. But this time, that is not the case. Let's just get rid of you. So dumb. I don't need that. I don't need that. It's another, and at least it's free. Okay. Don't need my mare all that much. 3 cards, and they don't have cards. Actually, it would be Phlogiston, right? That could actually be pretty useful. Okay, well, whatever. Oh, this is gonna suck. We can heal ourselves, but whatever. Okay. And really, Malmera is only useful if you get her round 1. Random food cards, well, we can use that to tune and get rid of them. No good. Copy 3 cards, well, it's only going to be 2 Phlogiston. Oh, they functionally don't have a deck. Oh, right, because they have a hand, but not a deck, and this is so dumb. It's so dumb. Okay. Put that on you. We could get rid of the Siniatas, but that will kill. Thank goodness. Goodbye. Goodbye. Get another overload in. This could be a good day for us. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Luckily, it's not like they can kill us any more than we've already been killed. Okay. One less elemental die. Cool. Give me something. Use that just to play it and get rid of it. Well, whatever. A treasure seeking, not bad. I really just... This hurts. Didn't get Clorinde's talent card. Hardly got any talent cards, and I don't need overcharge pulls. I really don't. Could play this on you just to get rid of it. Okay. This is painful. This is ridiculous. I'm not. Okay. It's 5 and it costs a lot. It is healing though. Cost is what hurts. Some on you. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. That's phlogiston, and that's more dice. Oh my goodness. Stuff for cheap and stuff for free. Well, we can use this to draw 3 more cards and pray that some of them give me more stuff. We got phlogiston. That's... And we finally got gamblers. I am very happy about this development. I think this might be it. That does literally nothing, but it's 1 proc. Play that on you. Okay. Cards are... Oh goodness, the math is not mathing. Well, we could actually probably put another one down on Clorinde this round. Maybe. Play this. This should hopefully be good. After we trigger reactions. The 11th hour gambler is just great. Okay. Okay. 3 and 1. Costs way too much though. 4 damage for 6 for... This is so much more efficient. Oh. So little in deck that... 4 Taramaru savings. Oh, it's not going to be worth it this time. Give me more. Give me more. The goal is, as always, to kill. Okay. Question is, what was in the deck originally? 1 more gamblers available. 5-2 and 4-2. It's worth it using it this time. 6-2. Always go for the best value for dice. Okay, cool. Again, next knockout, we're gonna have to use another gamblers. And really? Okay, well... Can get another in, and I think we can bring this home. This is exciting. It really is just a matter of the normals being more useful. If I use this now, we wouldn't be able to get any off. If we use 2 of these, we could actually score a kill. Maybe put another gamblers on if necessary. This is by no means perfect, but it is working. Okay. So Chevy core and Yoimiya is actually a really good core. I had very little confidence in Clorinde and Yoimiya beforehand, but no, this is really good. Okay. That's another. And, oh, we're out. So we're just gonna just barely scrape past. This one really is just a cut above the others in terms of difficulty. There's 1 last one for 1 last kill, and just barely get that. Barely get it, but barely is still getting it. Don't have enough cards that weren't already in the deck to... Oh, whatever. Get enough dice, because if we were at 2, I could play gamblers on her again, refresh it, then I'd get 2 more dice back. I'd be able to get another kill and maybe even get another, but not this time. Not this time. But this time it worked. Again, nowhere near ideal, but it did work. That's life. Very, very interesting deck. Any platinum is a platinum. So, now if we had gotten that, or that would have been good. Whatever. Not clean. Not impressive or pleasant, but again, we got it. Okay. 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 Let's steal our final deck. And here's this one. Actually got some use out of Zenyatta Flower. Honestly surprising to me. And then Furina, Yoimiya, and Neuv. Interesting. Burst on the first turn. Formation points. Burst on the second turn, Neuvillette on the third turn. So basically you nuke everything on turn 3. Okay, makes sense. Alright. Another Fontaine. Nuva Fury deck. Some might object. Hydro-related reactions. And yep, that works pretty darn well. This does nothing again, and center of attention. Interesting. Yeah, because that's our C6 in the main game. 2 damage after taking the least. Not bad. Wonder whether you're supposed to be using the Usi or Numa mode. Yeah, whatever. Gambler's is good. Yeah. Pilgrimage is okay. The big thing is I haven't been using Pilgrimage at all. And it apparently is quite good. Also, oh, it's only once per round, and this is actually much better on Neuv. Though, to be fair, both Neuv and Rithos's weapons are okay-ish on each other. Because of the crit and the HP change bonuses, even if Neuv's is all about having the least base attack possible, and Rithos's is, well, not that, because he actually needs his own attack. Okay. It's honestly interesting that the elemental ones are so far behind. We're in a depth because we actually want a good amount of hydro dice. Actual dice, not bad. No more than 3. They added that functionality. Originally it was just this top part. 1 Omni when you're on the ropes. NRB. And Arcane Legend. Fighting Spirit, Forms of War. Okay. Plus 1 damage this round. Let me see. More will clear it. Interesting. Use that pretty well, and that is free. Definitely use that, and since Neuv is doing multiple hits, that is very good. Streets HP, heals, and really good for building up formation. Okay. Accumulated. Furina. Oh, but they actually only use 1 of the Paimon cards. Interesting. Multiple changing shifts, and assembly line ain't bad, actually, because of all the healing you do. Targeted by, so would that not count self-damage? Interesting. Other widgets. Dice. Interesting. Play it for free. It's gonna be a pretty fun deck. Because it's... Round 1, Furina burst. Round 2, Yoimiya burst. Neuvillette on the 3rd turn. Okay. Healing mode. It's gonna be interesting to see how this one plays out. Fontaine. Fontaine. Okay. Let's try this one out. Set that active. Okay. Let's make this happen. It's the final one. Hooray. Not bad. Food is decent. What do I want right now? Honestly, card draw. Oh, Let's see how this goes. You're in healing mode. Let's see how that's gonna change. No more than. This is just 2. Let me think about this. Some damage dealt. Okay. This round. Your side. Not gonna be doing much damage this round. Yeah. Okay. Alright. Start of the action phase. Okay. Sure. Keep that on you. Attached character, max 2 points. Okay. But we need to actually get the card. Okay. 3 fewer. Let's use that. Then we can switch. Okay. No more than 5. So when do we want to change that? Let me see. 1 Universal Revelry. Damage was healed. Not bad. It's round 1. Yeah. Okay. See how this goes. Jaja. Furina. Another. Least damage. Get the burst in and switch to Yoimiya, and that's our round 1. Hooray! Alright. Switch to you. That's a revelry. Nice. Damage or healed. Bit more damage and probably put her in healing mode. Okay. Alright. Another bit of that. End of round 1, we want to use... end of round 2, we want to use Yoimiya's burst. Okay. Ouch. Okay. Go for the healing. Switch to states. And... okay. It's 2 physical damage. Let's do it right now. Yeah, sure. Hopefully this won't come back to bite me in the rear. Alright, we want some of that healing, then we can probably switch to Neuv. One of them. Oh, because we're using our Revelry, that's right. Okay. Oops. Healing Furina. Gonna use this right now. And sure. Hit again. Use the burst. Switch to Neuv. Very, very nice. Okay. Play that, get this out for free. Fun. Cool. And switch over. Okay. Hopefully that did something. Okay. Ouch. And it's pretty darn good. And we didn't get the weapon. Dumb. Okay. Well, alright. See how this goes. Burst out for free. And that kills outright. Kills two of them outright. That's really nice. And I guess we could get that on you for free too, because that used assembly line wasn't horrible, but discard, we probably actually want to discard that. See how this goes, not thinking too much. Get rid of you. Big damage. Got our Flames of War. This can stack. Cool. And next round, we'll get some more of that, I suppose. Oops. 6 Equilibrium. We've got 2 droplets. Nice. Sure's reactions. Very, very good. Very good. It's energy back. Guess we can keep on bursting. Nice. Fun. Bit more in there. And just let me see. Water droplets stack up to 3. Alright. Let's just use it all. Every last bit. Okay. It's a burning flame going, which is fun too. Not gonna have the Oris Blaze next round, but whatever. Cool. Discard that. Oh, but that's when action phase begins. Whatever. Whatever. Okay. Cool. So we can just take one out next round. That's not going to be a problem. Okay. Cool. Got 28. 28 of them. Don't think we'll have a problem. Oh, that killed. Dumb. Does mean we've got enough. We can use our food on him. This is honestly going really well. That would help me. Play that on you. One more of these bad boys. You're not gonna kill me anymore. I'm okay. Ooh. Got our Flames of War up, but still. Again, hurts. And sure. And tag the burst out for free. Still great. Get a couple more of these up. Fun. That part's down. for a few more normals. That's just a solid 3. Of course, Equitable Judgment. Found it interesting that even with Siggy's Source Water Droplets, it still has Neuv's text. Just by 1, whatever. We will keep on obliterating you. Very, very fun. Cool. Take down the Rifthound, and this went pretty darn well. Happy about this result. Kill you. And I wonder if we can take the shielded one down. I hope. Come on. So what is gonna deal the most damage? Does nothing. Well, whatever. None of them would have done anything special. At least we can get one quick Vaporize off the Blazing Flame, even if we won't do anything. Actually, that will get barely... Never noticed this Dendroit gun. This will just barely not kill. But hey, we got our platinum. No, that did kill. Wait, how did that kill? Huh? Oh, Flames of War affected it. It's ridiculous. And that's our victory. Incredible. Another platinum. And through the power of stealing other people's decks, I won. Impressive. It's not stealing, it's borrowing and giving credit. Okay. So in that case, I think I'll do the week's normal matches first. Exactly. Won't let me buy anymore at this point. Can't even collect my rewards. Too much. At least it doesn't just throw them in the trash. All we can do is purchase more character invitation letters. Oh, it exceeds 10. Oh. Oh. There's so much. There's literally nothing left to buy. I can't buy anymore. You know, I imagine that this is done in for the same reason you can't actually throw away high-quality weapons, and there's no way to scrap characters, so if your account gets stolen, they can't just destroy all your stuff. But I literally can't collect any more rewards. Yeah, we got all the platinums, but what was the point in it? There is no way for me to put any more coins in my inventory. Which, I guess I'll go find Venti. Because really, there isn't much of a reason for me to even do the weekly matches if I can't get coins from them even. Whatever. Okay, it's probably gonna be... I'm gonna do the Venti challenge now. Probably gonna want Sacrificial Bow Venti. That is gonna be kind of a luck sack, but... Don't have Diaz. Can't do Diaz yet. Oops. 8 out of 11. 3 animo particles generate a wind current, pulpal footing bombs, attacking them explode after a short delay. Torch is extinguished one by one. Hello! There's Venti. List of checkpoints. We are going to put Sacrificial Bow on you, so you've got more energy. Let's see how this goes. Okay, in the Windborne Bard Phase 1 challenge, collecting 3 animo particles to generate a wind current. Windborne Bard Phase 2 challenge, pullable floating bombs will intermittently appear. Attacking these bombs will cause them to explode after a short delay. Wow. I could never guess. Can we get over here? Castle is interesting, and well, that didn't quite work. Interesting. Interesting. What is this? What are those? The Breath of the Wild dueling peaks? Okay. It's very much unified civilization architecture. Reach the area within the time limit. Successive checkpoints within the time limits. It's just a gliding challenge. Okay. Gotta dodge the laser beams. Okay. That's one checkpoint. Let's get nice and high up. Well, that didn't quite work. No, we can get over it. Now I just gotta dodge and weave, dodge and weave. That's another. Got animo particles and... oh my goodness. How about you stay out of my way? There we are. Oh, so now we gotta go through the laser grid. Oh goodness. It's one of them. Oh, that sucks. Another... We missed. We missed. It's so over. That sucked. Wait, no, we can stay here. No, it's still over. It's still over. If I touch this, will I die instantly? Yeah, it's... don't die instantly, but you get sent back to the last checkpoint. I'm gonna try that one more time. Let's go for a perfect run. Thank you. Okay. It honestly interests me how you don't actually auto-glide, you just stay hovering. I hope you get hit by a car. Stop bitching and moaning about every single thing I do, no matter what it is. Okay. This should be good. It's one of them. Yep, it opened up. Perfect. Oh, now we gotta wait for an opening. This should be good. Glide through this grill. Oh, moving target. That was almost bad. Interesting. I like that. Okay. Option to heal up a little if you need it. I'm just surprised you aren't being smug this time. Okay. So, do we need to use an updraft, or can we just mantle this? Yeah, we need to use an updraft. It's interesting seeing them make use of the fact that domain terrain is not climbable. See how this goes. Again, I think there's a good chance I need a Sackbow for this. But torches will go out. Okay, bombs will cause them to explode after a short delay. Take that down. We got another. Very, very nice. Oh, okay. After a short delay. That was alright, I suppose. Now we need fire. Oh, interesting. Can we swirl that? We can. Okay. So it's all about making sure the swirls pyro. Okay, I see. I just bomb them all. I understand. Now I understand. Okay, now that's the last torch. Interesting. This one ain't bad. This one ain't bad at all. Okay, come on, come on. Stop it, stop it, stop it. Come on. Oh, and this is why it sucks. At least it's very pullable. Get close, get close. Oh, that was bad. That was really bad. Oh, wow, this sucks. This sucks. Okay. It needs Sackbow. The big thing is getting the Cryo Abyss Mage in the AoE. That's painful. Okay. Okay. Gotta use an arrow to spread power on them, otherwise things will take forever. Okay, there we go. And perfect. Perfect. Another swirl. That'll do it. Give me energy. Fun. We got that back. We don't have the time for it quite yet, though. Use this to break the shields. Thanks. And... Okay. Come on. And... Tough. Swirl on you. And... This should do it. We got another one as well. Keep that energy up. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, okay. Gotta melt. All about breaking the shield using swirls and... Oh, the poise is god-awful. I hate you, I hate you. Come on. Getting close, and finally we broke that shield. Go up and kill them all. Go up and kill them all. Did that do it? And that's all. There's our Venti trail. Epic. Echo, Windborn Bard. Venti's Envisaged Echo. As free as the wind, I shall sing now the praises of things beauteous and true. Cool. That was a really interesting challenge. I really like how the challenges all... They usually make use of, at least for characters who have interesting quirks, make use of characters' interesting quirks. Parts of their kits that normally don't get used. Bruzio, Venti's outfit, echoes of a carefree bard. Never check this after they actually introduce outfit descriptions. There we go. The big thing is that, and of course I don't have the ability to do it right now, but... Well, for causes, it was the fact that he can... Oh, his elemental swirl priority for... Well, for Chi, it's just the fact that she heals. Jean actually used her ability to throw enemies, which doesn't really get much use. The thing about Kirara, which I can't do yet because I don't have this, is that she has... Oh... They could just have it be rain, but the reason it's a pool is important that when she casts her holy, she applies brief self-dendro, so that's another bloom core. This is just going to be bloom spam, but... Well, I gotta get her to 90 first. Okay. I've got so many TCG coins that I literally cannot collect anymore. And I found out that there's a limit of 10 invitations, which are the only things you can buy at this point. I play this every round, every week. I can't buy any more of these, and there's nothing more to buy. It'd be really nice if they had introduced the platinum skins this patch, so I'd have more of a coin sink. Because I'm literally having to throw coins in the trash and not collect. I can't collect my rewards. I can't buy anything to free up space. Okay. Well, it's so silly. I guess I'm just gonna do... Yep, can't get any more items, reach maximum capacity, cannot gain the corresponding rewards or complete challenge objectives. You wish to continue? Yeah. Cool. It's gonna do these 4 rounds for posterity. Whatever. You know, actually I'm not gonna do that. I'll probably do it on my own time, because if there literally aren't even coins to get... Yo, actually, let's do 1, just to show what it looks like when you can't get any more coins. Okay, there we go. But I could probably do 1 short quest today, so we'll see what happens. Come on. Come on. What do I want to use next round? Well, that kinda sucked. If I played this, I wouldn't be able to switch, and then it'd be useless, so I have to use this one. Unfortunate. Let's use one of these to actually get the overload proc. Then just convert another, go for the normal, and then switch out. Okay. Go ahead. So I do actually want to use this on Hydroelector. Come on. Switch, one die gets wasted, but whatever. Okay. Come on. Ouch. That kind of hurt. Slightly. Okay. Away Harbor Wharf. Which ones? The artifacts? Yeah. Well, I know what tarot card you are, so. Put this down. Might actually want to accumulate some more things, honestly. Put that on you, and then... the Fool. If we can get one in, sure. Yeah. Sure what this will mean in terms of switches, but whatever. Probably won't be able to get them off, but alright. Oh no, that works. Kinda. Well, I've never seen you, and I don't plan to, so... Not exactly fitting. Try again next time. Okay. The proper phrase, by the way, is takes one to know one. It's okay, though. ESL Italian. So I suppose, then... Now we can switch over. Make this happen. I apologize that that seemed a bit more insulting than intended. Okay. Oh, if we'd gotten Tamais earlier, that would have been nice. We could have gotten this for free. Okay, I'll leave you alone. I will. Let's make a pact. You can scream into the void, and I'll just ignore everything you have to say. Silent treatment. Okay, never mind. It's all insults today. Okay. Let us play Benny Burst. That's good. Thanks. I hope you get it too, but also it kills you. Is that what we're doing today? Come on. Let's take this down and... not perfect. Let's keep on going. If only we had gamblers now, that would be nice. There's nothing I could really use this for. But I won't be able to use it. I'm gonna miss a use of it if I don't switch. So annoying. Well, maybe you should. Get used to it or something. Get angry or get more hateful. Sure, let's play this. See if we can get another gamblers. Whatever. Maybe we get the Ozzer card next round, and... Well, since I don't have Storm Terrors, it's not going to be any use. To no one? Okay. So that's what life is like in Italy. It's just poop and nothing else. Really do feel sorry for you then. Okay, switch over. You might kill me or something. Then I'd do more damage, so no complaints. Go ahead. Okay. What is an Italian education? Spaghetti? Yep, and now we got our boost. Fantastic. Get a little bit more damage now. Nice, exactly. And that part's a one-hit kill. There we go. Finish it off with a flourish. Okay. Yep, and we don't get any coins. So now that I've shown that behavior, I guess I'll just do my remaining matches next time. I mean, not next time, but on my own time. So there was one quest. Let's run over this way. Purple Tatankasaurus. Okay. But specifically, it's actually a Geovicious hatchling, which is pretty cool. Oh, but that's right, I also need to fight the local legend one more time. That's what I'll do. That's what I'll do this time. One more local legend fight, and that should take me the rest of the time I've allotted today. Cool. It was right over here. Gotta defeat it while it is stunned. Pretty reliably triggers an eruption whenever you're in this area. I think it might be tied to areas, at least in part. The wiki said some stuff about being connected to time, but I think it's also location. Also, I broke those yesterday. I was studying a bit of the behavior of the Dracolites for the sake of a clip. Okay. Let's actually wait for this to subside first. Okay. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. It's not funny. They're meant to be informative and educational. Okay. Yeah, that only took forever. Okay. Yay. Okay. Let's fight ya again. Cool. And, oh, we didn't start off with an overcharge bullet. Dumb. Oh, that didn't actually spawn any? Interesting. That missed. Okay. I guess I will kill you. Oh, oops. That's a really finicky attack to dodge. Well, let's get our energy back. At least we won't be having to wait for the eruption this time. Well, you have said that you identify with Varisa because you're stupid and you eat a lot, so basically it did that to you. Come on. Come on. Thank you, thank you. Get another overcharge ball. You're welcome. I'll miss you, maybe. There we go, there we go. Get behind. Should be, yep, that's a good amount. Come on. One more fight. Big thing is that a lot of those stomps, they don't really have a high AoE. They really just hit the ground. Okay, yeah, so it's tied to this area and we got another eruption. I don't care anymore, we're fighting during the eruption. So you're an alien now? From planet Annoying Italian? Oh, hello. Not expecting that charge. Annoying. Ouch. Go away. Not my problem. Okay. Let's go hide in the ground. I don't care. Thank you. And shoot. Perfect timing. That was great. It's all about having that overcharge ball initially, and that breaks them all. Perfect. Thank you. 1, 2, 3. That's another, and I framed that. Delay a little. Great. Got going. Thank you. Slam again. Keep that going. Really, really strong enemy, all things considered. Thanks. And 1, 2. And linger in the air to make use of that. Come on. Shoot. And perfect. Out of the way, and... what you gonna do this time? Yep, now you're gonna crush that. And oh, we don't even have to be... No, we do have to be rushing. Oh, goodness. There we are. Okay. Let's see how well this works. I am a little worried. I'll break that down again. Doesn't actually stay on the ground too long, and it doesn't have any additional vulnerability while it does either, so... We gotta get it to pretty low HP and then trigger its multi-rock attack. There we are. Come on. Okay. Don't want... Oh, ouch. Dodge. 2, 3. 1, 2. Dodge. Oh, oops. I didn't think that'd do as much damage as it did. And I guess that means we're getting that achievement tomorrow. Oops. Well, that's a fun way to end things. Let's go back to the stadium. Unpleasant. Well, I'll kill you next, so... Yeah, ready? I'll make sure to make it painful and excruciating, and not in a way you enjoy. Okay. Okay, cool. I'll bury you in a mound of cheese. Cool. Well, at least we got the TCG challenges done, so yeah. Sign a wagon or whatever. See you later, maybe not.